Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary, and this is one of our new pre-owned pieces of inventory, and a pretty cool one. It's a 2019 Cayenne Turbo. Now, as a Cayenne Turbo, that means it's got the 4-liter V8 twin turbo, actually. So quite a motor in this one. It makes 541 horsepower and 567 pound-feet of torque, which means it'll do 0 to 60 in as little as 3.5 seconds, which is pretty wild for a car this big. So let me dive a little bit more into this guy in particular and explain some of the content and stuff like that. Starting with the outside, this is white. It is the standard white. There was the option for the Carrera white metallic. This isn't that, just your basic white. The wheels are a 21-inch. This is the RS Spider design, probably my favorite. When you go to the 21-inch, you also get the little body-colored wheel arch extension, which is a subtle touch, but I find does make a noticeable impact. Also out front, you may notice that kind of round sensor-looking thing on the front. That's because this one does have the adaptive cruise control, so you can set your following distance from the vehicle in front of you. If they brake, it brakes for you to maintain that gap. It'll also have another little camera above that for the surround view. So you have not only the rear view in this one, also a camera on the front and one underneath each side mirror to give you the full top-down view so you can see all the way around the car. Works super well. I really like that feature. Kind of continuing through the outside of the car, we've got the black roof rails on here, which we'll put on most of our cars. This customer clearly did too, and it's nice to have. You can't put them on after the fact, all right? So they have to be put on at factory or they can never be there. So nice to see them there. Definitely add some utility. Moving around to the back, they did the model designation delete, so it just says Porsche back there. It doesn't specify that it's a Cayenne Turbo, keeps it nice and clean. And then also did the tinted taillights, so rather than having some of the kind of red aspects in the taillights, it's not. It's just clear. Keeps it a little bit lower key, I guess. And then another note on the outside, previous owner put on the full paint protection film. So this one's already wrapped all the way up to the top of the hood, down the front fenders. Side mirrors are also wrapped in the film. So are the door handle cups. So when you reach in to open the door handle, you're not scratching the paint in there. And there will be a strip in the back too where you're loading in the cargo. So you're not scraping that. We charge about $2,000 for that. So a nice bonus when you're looking at the pre-owned cars that already have it. Moving on to the inside. This one has the black full leather interior. Really nice. All the turbos will have that automatically, the full leather that is, but you can option the color. This one's in the black, by far the most popular. And then some of the other content. So Premium Plus package, which gives you the ventilated seats. You all already have the 14-way standard on the turbo, so it's not part of that package, but this has that. So you've got the thigh extension and the lumbar support. Seat ventilation, heated seats already are standard, so those are there. You've got heated rear seats as well. 4-zone climate control, so the rear passengers have independent zones also. You also get the comfort access, so you just touch the door handle to unlock it and turn the ignition switch inside. You get the panoramic sunroof in here. Really opens up the cabin. It's really become a must-have for most people. The Bose audio as well. And the lane change assist, or more commonly known as blind spot warning, that's part of the Premium Plus package also. So all that stuff is in here. Oh, and the ambient lighting too, which now with this car, you can select multiple different colors and the different intensity for different zones. So you can have a certain brightness over your head, which is different from your footwells, which is different from your cup holders and so on. So it's really cool. You can kind of tailor the interior more to your taste. Some other stuff that was done on this one, the Sport Chrono package, which I always like to see, gives you a little mode switch on the steering wheel, so you can rotate from normal mode to Sport Plus and to individual modes. When you go into the Sport, it will sharpen your throttle response. It'll change shift points to be later, things like that. Sport Plus will just take it even to the next level, really hold your revs quite high so you're always in kind of the maximum power available. And on that availability of power, the other thing that you get is the Sport Response button with the Sport Chrono. So inside that dial, there's a little button. If you press that, it will drop the gears down, hold the back pressure in the turbos, just make all the power available to you kind of immediately. It's like a push-to-pass idea, and it works super well. Very, very cool feature, and especially nice to see on the turbo models. Another thing, actually, I should have mentioned on the exterior rundown is the brakes. So the turbos now, as of 2019, get these big white calipers and the Porsche surface-coated brakes. So they're coated now with a tungsten carbide, I think it is, and it's the same size caliper now as the ceramic brakes. Really cool, great stopping power. But the other unique thing about it is it virtually eliminates brake dust. So if you get kind of fed up, trying to scrub your wheels and keep those clean all the time, you don't really have to do it with these brakes. They I don't want to say eliminate it, but it's a 90% improvement. It's crazy how effective they are in that regard, on top of obviously just your stopping performance. So really cool to see. Some other stuff, what have I missed so far? Oh yeah, there's some other really high-tech stuff in here. The heads-up display, this is the first year Porsche has ever done that. So you've got that. You can have your speed projected onto the windshield, as well as navigation directions and things like that. Pretty cool to have. And the night vision as well. Now that's one, when I first heard about it, I thought maybe it's a bit of a novelty. I don't know how effective it'll be, but when I started actually using it, I was shocked how well it works. You've got, you know, pedestrians and animals illuminated in yellow. You have it right on your kind of screen that sits beside your speedometer, so it's really easy to see. And when something does jump out in yellow, it's immediately visible, and you can definitely see where, you know, if you need it once, you're happy you've had it, and it would definitely, you know, save a life or save your car, or, you know, it's worthwhile. So cool to see on a pre-owned vehicle like this. And then I should mention too, mileage. Just over 22,000 kilometers, so not that much use at all. And the nice thing too, with our certification program, it actually has more warranty now than a new car would. So when you buy a new car, Porsche's warranty is 4 years or 80,000 kilometers. With these ones, we bumped that up to 6 years and unlimited kilometers. So this one was put into service on January 30th of 2019, which means that's your warranty start date. So you have 6 years from that date and unlimited kilometers. So this one's covered until January 30th of 2025, which is pretty cool. Not only do you get that warranty bump, but obviously your savings, you know, versus buying a new car. So these end up being a great value when they're just kind of slightly used like this. And now to get that warranty, it does have to go through our inspection and reconditioning process. As you might imagine, this one didn't need a whole lot. We did its first oil change, so that's done, of course, and then just replace the windshield, which we have to do all too common or all too frequently around here. But I think that pretty well sums it up. As I look at my cheat sheet over here, I think we went over everything. So pretty well appointed car. And anything I may not have mentioned, take a look too at the standard features list, because the turbos come with a few more standard features and a few little dressing differences inside as well. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please do come down, check this one out for yourself, and take it for a spin. Thanks a lot.